Hello and welcome to Songkla Rajapat University's MOOC course, English for Communication 1. Today we're looking at Unit 9, talking about shopping. And this is the third part of this unit, looking at some vocabulary. So we're going to take a look at how we use a few of the common words we use around shopping. And some of these words people mix up and confuse. So we're going to take a look at 7 example words and where you might use them. So let's start with buy and sell. These are the two sides of the same coin. I buy something, the person I buy from sells it to me. So shops sell things to customers. I'll sell to you. Customers buy things from shops. Sell something to, buy something from. So I bought this from the market. I sold this to a friend. Buy, we think of that as a verb, an action, to get something in exchange for payment. Another word we use for that is purchase. I need to buy some new shoes. I bought some snacks on the way to work. Bought is the past tense of buy. So something that's already happened. And you'll see more of that when we look at the past tense unit. Can I buy you a drink? The question form. Now, one of the things that confuses people is buy can also mean something else. We saw in an earlier unit with the example of work, one word can have multiple meanings. Today we're really only looking at the shopping, in a store context. But buy can also mean to believe or accept something. For example, I don't buy his excuse. If you compare that to I don't buy products that have been tested on animals. The first one means I don't believe his excuse. I don't accept it. The second one, I don't purchase. I won't pay money if the product's been tested on animals. So people can get mixed up with what the meaning is. Watch out for that. Sell, as I said, is the other side of buy. The verb to give something to someone in exchange for money. I sell fruit at the market. We are trying to sell our house at the moment. Can I buy you a drink? Oh, sorry, that's a little mistake. That one obviously just tagged on. It shouldn't be there, so my apologies for that. Now, sell can also be used to mean persuade people about something, to convince them something's a good idea. So again, that can be confusing. The past tense of sell is sold. He sold me on the idea of hybrid cars. That means that he persuaded me hybrid cars were a good idea. They're cleaner for the environment and better. Compare that to he sold me a hybrid car. Means that you gave money and got a car in exchange. Not just were convinced, okay, I agree, hybrid cars are a good idea. Now I actually own a hybrid car. He sold me a hybrid car. Another few words that we can mix up. Sale, bargain, and discount. And some of these have multiple meanings again. I'll only look at some of this. But sale, we think of that as a noun. Two versions I'm going to talk about here with sale. The act of selling or something for sale, available to buy. I made my first sale. I sold the house on Elm Street. So a sale is when you sell something. So we use sale and sell together quite a lot. My first sale I sold. Is that land for sale? Is it available to be bought? Sale, the meaning most people are probably more familiar with being sold at a reduced price or a discount. If you go into the supermarket and you see sale signs, it usually means the price has been reduced. The shirts are in the sale. They're on sale at 50% off. So in the sale means that there is a sale, a selection of products reduced, and they're part of that. On sale means available to buy, and they're available to buy at half the price, 50% off. Bargain. We can use this as both a noun and a verb. From our conversations and the monologue at the beginning, part 1 of this unit, you may remember bargain, something being sold at lower than expected price. And we can use it as a verb to negotiate or haggle over the price. So this shirt was a real bargain. It was half off in the sale. It was lower than expected and good value for money. I hate bargaining at the market, but it saves me a lot of money. So I don't like to argue over the cost, but you can save money by doing it. A noun and a verb. Discount. Discount, a deduction from the normal price of an item, and also as a verb to reduce the price of an item. So, examples there. Members will be given a 10% discount on all purchases. I will discount 500 baht from your bill. So a 10% discount is the noun, and discount 500 baht, take off. So discount, reduce or take off an amount from your bill. You can see how some of those words could be used basically to mean the same thing. I bought the shirt in the sale. I bought the shirt at a discount. It was a bargain when I bought the shirt. They all have the similar meaning, something at a reduced price. The last two words we're going to discuss today are price and cost. And we use both of these basically to mean the same thing. How much does that cost? What is the price of that item? So how do we use them? Price, a noun and a verb again. And it's the amount of money for which something is sold, the price. As a verb, means applying that price to an object. The price, the amount of money. So we can price things. The price is on the back. It's £12.50. You can see the little symbol before the 12. That's the British pounds symbol. I got a really good price on my new car. It was a real bargain. So a price, a good price, a good amount of money for it. I have priced all the stock ready to be put out. This is a verb, the action of putting a price on the item. You see labels that tell you how much something is, you price the items. And the large ones are priced at £59.95. So we talk about items or objects being priced. The house has been priced competitively. The house has been overpriced. It's more than it should be. So we tend to use the past tense priced. Cost, similarly, is a noun and a verb. And the cost is the amount of money you need to buy or do something. Headphones and chargers are included at no extra cost. So there's no extra cost, no cost for these things being included, no extra money needed. My salary barely covers the cost of rent and the bills when we use them as nouns and verbs. The cost, looking more directly at the amount of money. How much does it cost to go on the banana boat? So to do something, if I want to ride the banana boat, how much money do I need to pay you? How much does it cost, or what does it cost? It costs 100 baht. It costs a lot to buy a house in the city centre. So it's expensive buying a house in the city centre. Houses in the city centre have a high price, the amount of money. So those 7 words are often used when we talk about shopping: price, cost, sale, bargain, buy, sell. And they can be mixed up, and often we can use more than one to say something. So practice using those when you go shopping. See how often you can say things in more than one way. Hopefully you find the vocabulary useful. Please do try the pre and post test again. Have a look at that and check your understanding. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.